You can call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Oh my goodness! It's all over!
Alright, what's up boys? Here's Pardon UFC. So today I will do a new video for the next event, which will be Davison Figueiredo against Alex Perez. So this will be this Saturday. I'm making this video on Wednesday. The video should be uploaded by tonight, so you will get the video. You should see this video on Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, who knows, maybe Thursday, who knows. So I will go over the whole event. I will do a breakdown for the whole event with all the predictions, and if you guys want to bet them and everything, I will post also every picks and prediction on Instagram, which my Instagram is the same as the channel, Pardon UFC. The link is in the description of the video. It's a new thing for me today, so I am putting out the webcam. I never thought I was gonna do that. I thought I was gonna be a secret. Maybe I will do a face reveal in a couple months or something, but finally I decided to do it. So yeah, new thing. First of all, before we go over this event, over UFC 255, I wanted to talk about last event, which was UFC Vegas 14 Felder against Dos Anjos. Not really an impressive event. Nothing was really that nice. A lot of decision, as you can see, split decision, unanimous decision, decisions. Well, yeah, it wasn't too good. The fights were not that entertaining. Not a lot of names. I thought we were gonna see a lot more finishes, but finally it didn't happen. I had a little bit of faith in Rice Mickey at the end. If you check my Instagram, it was all there, and I switched the pick from Moreno to Rice Mickey. I thought he had his chance. I thought the kid had his chance. I thought he could have knocked him out, because seeing Moreno's last fight, I thought maybe Rice Mickey can do a little bit of brain damage to Moreno. Finally, didn't happen. We had that weird thing with the mouthpiece that went off the octagon. That was kind of weird. If I want to talk about the best bets, that's pretty much the thing that I wanted to go over. So the best bets were Allen, Marcos, Arroyo, and Marquez. Marquez and Arroyo, both of them, their fights got off the card. I think someone got COVID or something. I don't remember, but the fights were off. Eric Anders, I remember that Eric Anders had weight cut issues, so he didn't want to fight or something. It's fucking sad story, man, because this was my best bet. I'm not gonna lie, Arroyo was my best bets. At 2.10 against Eric Anders, I saw this guy winning for sure. We didn't even get to see it, so yeah, feels bad, man. But we had Allen and Marcos, which wasn't off the card. Marcos didn't show up at all. It wasn't anything interesting. It was just nothing to see there. I thought she was gonna do something. I didn't want her to see this right here, the 10-10 record. That's kind of. But yeah, it happened. I thought she was gonna be 11-9. It didn't happen. I had faith in my Canadian. Yeah, she didn't do her job. So yeah, Murata was pretty impressive too. I'm not gonna lie. She was the good pick. Definitely looking at her. Yeah, she looked ready for that fight. She looked ready to be in the UFC, and I'm glad to see her maybe being a contender. Who knows? She looks good. 12-1. Just beat Renta Marcos. That's a pretty good name in the UFC. Even though she only has a record of 10-10. Still, you know, she fought against great opponents, and that was why I wanted to put money on her, because I thought it was a good bet. I thought maybe people were sleeping on her, and at 2.7, I thought it was good. It wasn't good. She lost. I had money on Kay Hansen also. Kay Hansen, I thought she won that fight. I thought she won almost all the rounds. Maybe second round. Okay, you give it to McKenna. Okay, I get it. First and third round. What? I'm losing my words, man. I really don't get it, but okay, man. It is how it is, huh? As Maxwell always say. I don't get it, but alright, bro. It is how it is. Same thing with Brendan Allen. I thought he was gonna show up so bad. I thought he was gonna finish him probably first round, second round. I thought it was gonna be a very, very impressive performance from him. Finally, it was a very impressive performance from Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland just destroyed him. I wasn't really ready for that. I thought Brendan Allen was a real contender and was gonna show the whole UFC and the whole division that he was gonna just go through guys, because he's been doing it, and I thought he was still gonna do it. It didn't happen. Sean Strickland looks really good. The only thing that I don't like is the way he boxes. He boxes too near from his chin. I don't like this. His guard is not good. But you know, I'm not a fighter. I don't know. So maybe I'm giving wrong advices. Maybe he'll be champion of the world one day. Who knows? I'm not sure of that, but we'll see. Ashley Yoder. I thought she was gonna win. She won. Everyone. The odds completely changed from being, I think it was a pick'em or near a pick'em, and the whole odds changed to Miranda Granger. A lot of people were on her. Didn't like her at all. The pick was good. So yeah, that was nice. Also, Abdul Razak Alassane, he didn't show up at all. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he has, I was gonna say mental problem. Maybe not mental problem, but maybe at his home, maybe he has problem with something else, not regarding the UFC. But he didn't look in his plate. He didn't look good in this fight. He got knocked out cold. That was one of the best fight of the night with Brendan Allen and Sean Strickland for sure. Even though I lost money on this, but it happens. Yeah, so pretty much no profit, only losses for this weekend. I'm not gonna lie, this wasn't too much of a good event in all the ways. It wasn't too nice to watch. It wasn't too nice to bet on, and I hope next weekend will be better. So yeah, that's done. I will go over this event right here. I really like this event. I wouldn't say it's not UFC pay-per-view worth, but it's not the best event though for pay-per-view. I don't like it too much, but it's a good event, that's for sure. There will be a lot of good fights. I think a lot of finishes too. I'm really glad to be there to see this. So yeah, we will go for predictions. So prediction, the first fight of the night will be Louis Cosce against Sasha Palatnikov. Yeah. I've done some research. I think Palatnikov is a really good fighter, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on him because he's 5-2, and it's it's not too impressive. It's not the kind of record that you think this guy will be champion one day. But he really is pretty good. It will be a good fight. I think it will be a good fight, but I definitely see Louis Cosce winning. I think even he could get the KO or the TKO, maybe first round, because he looks really explosive. Every time he steps in the octagon, he looks like a guy who's gonna kill the other guy. Every time he steps in, he looks really good, and I would even say I think he's better than his brother. But yeah, he will get the win this weekend. So that's the first fight. I will go with Cosce. Second fight, I will go with Kyle Daukaus. I think he will get the win over Dustin Stoltzfus. I think Dustin Stoltzfus would be his better. I'm saying bad stuff because he won against Brendan Allen. I was gonna say it was gonna be his best opponent, but maybe Brendan Allen is better than Stoltzfus, if you know what I mean. But for this fight, I think it would still be a close fight because Kyle Daukaus, I think he's the kind of guy who fights in close fights a lot of the time. But for this one, I think I see him maybe winning a 29-28. I think he's going to lose one round, but he's still going to win the fight. I don't think I see him winning a 30-27 or any kind of finish. But yeah, decision 29-28, Kyle Daukaus. I see it happening probably in a close fight where I see him winning, definitely. Next fight will be Alan Jouban against Jared Gooden. I love Jared Gooden on this spot. He's an underdog. I'm going with the underdog on this one. He's at 2.1, 2.10. I wouldn't say he should be favorite, but I like him as an underdog, that's for sure. I think Alan Jouban is the better fighter, but I think Jared Gooden has everything to knock him out, to knock Alan out. I think Allen has been chinned a couple times, and he's been off for a long time. He's getting pretty old too. How old is he? 38 years old, almost 39, fighting at 26 years old. And as we know, when fighters are 10 years or older, they win pretty much 60% or 70% of the time. So 12-year youngers, I prefer it, and I'm never gonna bet on the kind of guy like Glover Teixeira who's fighting younger boys. I would never go with the older fighter. If we're talking like 5 or 6 years, okay, I get it. But when we're talking about 10 years or more, I prefer this, that's for sure. So I will go with the underdog on this one. I like what I've seen from Jared Gooden. I think he has what it takes to knock Alden Jouban out. But I still think it will be a good fight, and I think we could see also Jouban win. But I definitely wouldn't bet on Jouban. I prefer the value on Jared Gooden. Next fight will be Nicholas Dalby against Daniel Rodriguez. That's an absolute banger. These guys will fight. I know it. That's a sure fact. Daniel Rodriguez always shows up. Nicholas Dalby, he shows up. Yeah, he shows up. He's not that bad, but he's pretty interesting. Sometimes it depends on which fight you see. But yeah, for this fight, it's a closer one than the odds propose it. It's on this card. It's a lot of lower odds for guys that you don't have that much trust, that you can't have that much trust in my opinion. So I think Daniel Rodriguez, he's the favorite. He deserves to be the favorite. He will win this fight probably by KO or TKO. But it's, you know, Nicholas Dalby has a pretty good overall skills. Has pretty good overall skills. I think he could win this, but I don't think his chin will last long with Daniel Rodriguez. I think he will knock him out. Next fight will be Schevchenko against Ariane Lipski. First of all, at first I was going with Ariane Lipski with the underdog. She's a 2.4 underdog, I think, or something near between 2 and 3. I know a lot of people are hyped on Shevchenko because she's Valentina Shevchenko's sister, but I don't think she's good like her sister. I think she's really good. She has a lot of skills on the ground, in the grappling, and even standing up she's not that bad. But I don't think she's that good. Well, I'm pretty sure she's not as good as her sister. And I think Ariane Lipski is could be a good underdog bet. If you check her odds, Lipski by submission is at 5.0. I'm just saying, if you want to edge your bets and maybe place a little bit of money on Shevchenko, just the win, the money line, and you could put a little bit of money too on Ariane Lipski by finish, because I don't see Ariane Lipski winning by decision. The only way I think I see her winning is by submission. But on my side, it's only by finish. If you can put submission, maybe do this. If you can put Ariane Lipski by finish, that's better, because there's a submission, KO, TKO. I don't think she'll get the KO or TKO, but the submission is in that, and it puts more range, more chance to win. And at 5.0, I think that's doable. I wouldn't bet too much money on it, but you know, like I said, it's just to edge if you want to put a lot of money on Shevchenko and a little bit on Lipski by finish. But the pick will be Shevchenko. The pick will be Shevchenko, but the money will not come on Shevchenko, that's for sure. I'm definitely not gonna put money on this fight. I don't like it at all. I don't like this spot to bet on, and not at these odds too. So yeah, Shevchenko to get the win. Next fight is one of the fight that I'm the more hyped about. I really like both of these guys. Joaquin Buckley, who got the famous spinning back kick against Impa Kazanganay. Sad one because I had money on him, but yeah, it was still pretty nice to see, you know. So yeah, Joaquin Buckley against Jordan Wright. That's a tight fight. Once again, it's another pretty tight fight, but I think I will go with the hype. I think I will go with Joaquin Buckley, probably getting a KO or TKO. I don't really see him winning by decision. I've seen Jordan Wright get knocked out cold by Anthony Hernandez, and I didn't like that at all because he didn't take too much punishment and he got to the ground on his ass pretty quick. But it didn't count, so it's not a loss. I don't know what happened, but it's a no contest. Maybe the other guy, Anthony Hernandez, maybe he smoked weed or something, just a little tricky stuff, and you know the fight got to a no contest. But it should have been a loss to Jordan Wright. So yeah, I like a lot Jordan Wright too. I think with all of his kicks and everything, I think it will cause a lot of problems for Joaquin Buckley. But I think Joaquin Buckley has a pretty tight guard, and the way he fights, I don't see him getting knocked out by Jordan Wright. But it's a good fight. It's gonna be competitive while it lasts, I think. So Joaquin Buckley by KO or TKO. Next fight is Brandon Moreno against Brandon Royval, the battle of the Brandons. I do prefer Brandon Moreno though. I really like this guy. He's been cashing for me as an underdog on his last fight, and he's been cashing for me on his recent fights. He's always looked pretty good. Brandon Royval, he's looked pretty impressive, but I don't like the hype that's on him right now. I don't think this guy is as good as people think. He's only 12-4. I don't see too much potential in him. For sure, he will be the taller fighter in this fight, but still, I would go with Brandon Moreno getting the decision. On to the main card we go. So first fight will be at 205. It will be Shogun Rua, Mauricio Rua, against Paul Craig. I don't like this fight at all, but I will go with Paul Craig. I think this will be a boring fight with a nice finish, but a boring fight with a nice finish. I see Paul Craig finish him. Mauricio Rua, I don't see Mauricio Rua still winning. I know he's been winning as of late, but I think it needs to stop. It's another old fighter that isn't too impressive in my opinion. You know, 38 years old. I think it's time to hang the gloves. I think it's time to go. But he's still there. If he's still winning, you know, can't do shit about it. So he's still there, and I hope Paul Craig would get the win. I don't like Paul Craig too much, but I think he has a lot of ground skill, and this could be very, very clutch against Shogun Rua. I think I see him maybe like knocking Mauricio Rua down and then going for like a rear naked choke, or probably a rear naked choke, or a choke, whatever choke you want, and him getting this. So I see Paul Craig winning. What did I write down? Paul Craig by finish. Yeah, Paul Craig by finish. I wouldn't say KO TKO because everything could happen. I would say by finish because I think KO TKO can happen. I think Mauricio Rua doesn't have the best chin, and the submission is the main skill of Paul Craig. So yeah, I think Paul Craig will win by finish. Next fight will be Kathleen Chookagian against Cynthia Calvillo. Two really good fighters in the women's division. I like both of them. I didn't like Chookagian too much when she lost against who was it? Jessica Andrade. I didn't like her too much because I had money on her as an underdog. I thought she could have won this. She could have won that, but she didn't. She got caught in the body, and that was it. I don't know where she hit her, but it looked bad for Chookagian. She looked in real pain. So yeah, on this one, I see Cynthia Calvillo winning. I don't see Chookagian winning this one. Maybe she could outbox her. Maybe that's the only thing that I would see. If the only way that Chookagian wins is if she can stuff the takedowns from Calvillo and then outbox her on the feet. But I don't think it will happen. I think Cynthia Calvillo is a really strong wrestler, and she will take her down and dominate her on the ground for the whole 3 rounds, probably getting a 30-27 decision. Maybe Chookagian gets around. I'm not too sure about it. I'm going with Calvillo by decision. Next fight is Mike Perry against Tim Means. I do see Mike Perry winning by KO or TKO. Not too confident on it because, as we've seen as of late, for Mike Perry, he doesn't look too good in his head. I don't want to say he has mental issue or CTE or anything, but it doesn't look good in all of his interviews and the stuff that he did in the bar with the whole man and everything. This didn't look good at all. This shouldn't happen as a UFC fighter. I don't think that's putting respect on your name. But I still think in the UFC octagon, he can win against Tim Means. I see Tim Means surviving the first round and getting knocked out in the second. That's what I see. Or maybe in the third round. But I see Mike Perry being a little, not hesitant, but like he was in his last fight. He was a little bit more precise and strategic and everything. I didn't like it too much from him, but it was still a nice performance. So yeah, I will go with Mike Perry to get the win on this one. Not too confident on it. It will not be in my best bets of the day of the weekend, but it's still he should get the win, I think. So co-main event will be Valentina Shevchenko against Jennifer Maia. Do I really need to say it who I think is gonna win? I think everyone knows it. I think that's like the UFC that are they really like Shevchenko and they want her to get more wins and everything. But we already know who's gonna win. You know, I don't see at all Jennifer Maia winning. I wouldn't say she has no chances because she still has a really, really good ground game, but it won't be enough. Shevchenko will piece her apart. For the 5 rounds. I see her winning by decision, even though everyone is on the finish by Shevchenko. I think it can happen. So if you want to bet on this fight, I would prefer betting on the money line, even though there's no value on it. I would go with her on the money line because we may never know if it would be a decision or by finish. But I prefer the decision than the finish because the odds are higher. I think it's 1.6 or around 1.6 for the KO TKO Shevchenko and 3 I think it was 3.0 for the decision. I see her winning by decision, but I could also see her winning by finish. One thing that's for sure, she's winning this fight. That's for sure. Jennifer Maia is a really good opponent, but she's not on her caliber. She's not on her level. There's just a big gap of levels between these both of these girls. So yeah, who knows? Maybe it will be a Holly Holm, Ronda Rousey. I don't see it happening. So that's it for this fight. Really, really good fight though, because I love seeing Valentina Shevchenko fight. She's always impressive. Every time she steps in there, she always gives the best, and she's always nice to watch because she does a lot of flashy stuff and big kicks and everything. So I love to see her fight. I'm really glad to see her once again in the octagon. On to the main event of the evening we go, which will be Deiveson Figueiredo against Alex Perez. First of all, let's just say that the odds are completely disrespecting Alex Perez. I know, and this will be my pick, I know Deiveson Figueiredo will win. Okay, I get it. But these odds don't make sense. My pick is Deiveson Figueiredo. But Alex Perez is a really, really good opponent. Even though he should have got the fight with Brendan Moreno, and then the winner of that fight should have went for the title shot against Deiveson Figueiredo. And since Cody Garbrandt got off the card, then Alex Perez stepped up and went for the main event for the title shot in the main event. But I still don't like it. I don't really like the big step up, but I definitely don't like the odds. I don't think they make sense. Deiveson Figueiredo, I know he won 2 times against Joseph Benavidez, but you know, the first time I think he concussed him so bad that the second time Joseph Benavidez was already done before the fight. But yeah, don't sleep on Alex Perez. That's all I will say. I will still go and still put money on Figueiredo, but don't think this will be that much of an easy fight, because I already know a lot of people have money on Deiveson Figueiredo and haven't done any research on who is Alex Perez, because if we go check, this guy is a real killer. This guy ain't no joke. This guy is for real. His last fights against Cosce Formiga, he destroyed him with leg kicks. That was impressive. That was a really, really good opponent and a really good performance against him. So I don't know what you need to see more from him. Same thing with Jordan Espinosa. Pretty good. It was pretty tight in the standing up. Then the wrestling came in. Jordan Espinosa went to the ground, and then Alex Perez got the arm triangle choke, which he wasn't even on the right side to do it, and he still locked it in, and Jordan Espinosa passed out. So this guy has a really good a squeeze. He has a pretty good squeeze if he can do that. So yeah, I know the wins against Marc de la Rosa isn't the best, and the loss to Benavidez he got pretty much destroyed. But I don't think people are giving him enough credit for who he is, because he's really good. But yeah, Figueiredo will still destroy him. Deiveson Figueiredo does da guerra, is one of my favorite fighter, and I think he'll get the win still this weekend. I can't lie about it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the whole event. So yeah, this was my kind of faster breakdown. I'm trying to do faster videos because I know people don't like to watch the whole thing. But thanks a lot if you stayed. I hope you liked the video that I put in with the webcam, because I don't know if it's a good idea or no, but I think maybe people like that they can see who's talking. So yeah, that's why I've done it. And I wanted to go over the best bets. The best bets will be, I got a bunch of them, but I also got Bellator picks, because there's Bellator, I don't know which one it is, a big Bellator card that's coming tomorrow, this Thursday. I like AJ McKee to win it. He's at 1.31. You could parlay him maybe with Jason Jackson, that is also on the same card. You will probably get around double your money if you put them both together. If not, you could put maybe Deiveson Figueiredo with AJ McKee. So this will be like a Thursday, Saturday parlay. So you could have a little bit of fun on both days and maybe make some money if AJ McKee wins. But I see AJ McKee winning. I don't know too much about Bellator. I haven't done research, but just looking at the both guys' records and everything, AJ McKee looks like a real destroyer, and I think he will destroy him also. It's the Bellator semi-finals or something, and I think he wants to get this one this upcoming Thursday. So yeah, those were just two little bets if you want to put them for tomorrow, if you want to make money. I also have money right now on Belgium and Novak Djokovic. The matches are right now. It's 1-1 Belgium-Denmark. Let's hope they win, man. Let's hope they do it. Let's hope they do it, because I need some money for this upcoming event. So yeah, if you want to put money on them, this will be the both picks for Bellator. Then the bets for the weekend will be, best bets will be Moreno, Cosce, Gooden, and then Figueiredo. I will go with the underdog first. So Gooden, like I said, I think there's a lot of value on this guy. I think he's really good, and he could knock what's his name? He could knock Jouban out. I see it happening. Probably in the first round if Jouban doesn't have a good chin like I'm thinking. So yeah, this will be the underdog. Don't put too much money on it, but you just gotta manage your money to put more money on the lower odds, and then put less money on the underdogs to make a little profit if either of them loses. So yeah, this will be the small play on the underdog, which will be Jared Gooden at 2.10, which that's what the odds are for me right now. If you're seeing this video, maybe the odds will have changed. So Moreno, Cosce, and Figueiredo are all three favorites. I love all three of them. I think Figueiredo could get the win. It's my less confident bet of the three, but I still think it's a good bet. Not really value. There's not value at all on the whole card, but still, this is still a good bet. For Moreno, I think he will get the decision, but I prefer just betting on the money line. But if you want to parlay Moreno and Cosce, I think that's the best parlay of the card. Moreno will get a pretty good challenge with Brendan Royval, but I don't think Royval would get the win. I think Moreno is always pretty consistent, and he will still be consistent this weekend and make us some money. So yeah, 1.53 for Moreno is pretty good. Cosce at 1.25, it's really low, but it's my biggest confidence, so I will still put money on it, even though the odds don't show any value at all, and there's nothing really more interesting on these odds. But this will be my best bets for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you stay till the end, please subscribe. I do this video every week. I try to make money with people. I have also an Instagram, which like I said will be in the description. I post bets there. I post bet of the day on there. Around, let's say, 1 to 4 bets of the day on the week before the UFC events, so we can make some money to put more money on the UFC, even though UFC isn't too good for betting. It's the more entertaining one, so yeah, we still do it because we're degenerates, as they say. But yeah, thank you for staying this whole video. I hope you like everything about the video. Let me know in the comments what you think. What's your best pick for this event? Who you got? And I want to I don't want to see any Valentina Shevchenko. Okay, I don't want to see any big favorites like this. I want to see everyone other than her. So yeah, let me know in the comments what's your best pick for this weekend, and you can text me on Instagram if you have any question. I always answer. So yeah, thanks a lot, and see you guys. Have a good day, and peace out, boys.